It's Late Night with Mad Menace. I'm your host. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Menace till midnight. I will be taking your calls. I am also still alive. I haven't been fucked to death by the koala. So stick it up your ass, Steve. It's really good to see someone while we're all on lockdown. That's it. It's always sort of been there, the women's game, but it's been ignored. So fucking scared. I mean, look at Steve Robinson. Since he talked about his parents in the first episode, he basically lied since then because he's too afraid. He doesn't have the guts that Kirk has.
Boom. What a rare treat it is to have a live KMS show on Friday night. What time is it in Pennsylvania, John?
10:55 p.m.
Oh, what a time to finish. And I'm coming to you live from Sydney. It's Menace to Midnight, traditional time slot for the show, really. And yeah, what a weird show in North Dakota. Did you watch it, John, or were you busy?
I did. I watched it. Just a lot of, I knew it was going to be a lot of pressure on Mick, and they were just going to point the fingers at Mick. So I think he handled it well as Mick.
I don't know. He's like a shell of his former self. Where's the passionate, fiery Mick gone? He's. I'm worried about his health. He's wasting away. He's very meek. They let him walk all over him. I mean, I don't know if he was, scared because he's been taken out of his environment. They were worried they'd just dump him there. But where's Mick? Where's the Mick we all know and love?
I think he's more authentic than we think, and he's waiting for the right time. I mean, if you have nothing to freak out about, there's nothing to freak out about. I'd rather that than a fake bit.
That's true, but at the end they were just walking all over him. Justin was getting into him. Blind Mike was being really nice.
Yeah,
gave him an A+.
Yeah.
Now we're going to open the phone lines and get some people in here.
Phone lines are open. People are more than welcome to call in. We have nothing yet, but they are open. Numbers below.
Yeah, I might tweet out the phone number because the main show continues to ignore the callers. I'm still so annoyed. Taking calls unlike the main show. What about Julie trying to have them all killed?
Yeah, putting them in dangerous areas.
I think she knew exactly what she was doing because Kirk won't sleep with her. She wants him dead.
Or she listened to Justin and put them in a shit hotel.
So I've been watching Baby Reindeer too much. I'm still watching it.
You have been watching a lot of it.
I've just binged it, and it's so disturbing now. I need to take breaks. But yeah, I mean that's a crazy thing to say, to save $100, put them in this shithole.
It's whatever.
Whatever.
People were asking earlier if they were staying together, but they had 2 rooms, right? They had 2 separate rooms. They didn't all have to sleep together, right?
I think they all had their own rooms.
Oh, did they? That's not bad then.
Yeah, you got to stay on mic for people to hear you. I know the standards across the street are not great. What are you doing? Making a salad?
Yeah. Little green salad.
Yeah. I had some green salad before. I had some Jack Herer for breakfast.
Oh, there you go. That was one of the first pods that I knew the name of.
There you go. Kirk was very dismissive of Steve from Gloucester's attempt at waving his arms.
I missed that part. What did he have to say about it?
Basically, just that he's not interested in Stevie Bits, that he's too soft. He's a nice guy, but he's a soft little baby, and he's waving his arms around for attention, and I don't think Kirk wants to give it to him.
I'm happy he's back, of course. It's tough, though, it's tough to leave and then come back. Like, that's why you should never just have these big I'm leaving things, because eventually you're going to want to come back. Everyone always wants to come back.
Well, he came back, and then have you even listened to it yet?
What, Steve's episode? No, I didn't listen to Steve's episode yet.
You're such an idiot.
I listen to network shows on the weekends.
It's 20 minutes. Like, how hard is it to listen to?
I have so much shit to do.
You're on Mike and the Minifans tonight, and you hadn't even listened to it. You're talking about something you don't even know about.
I said in the middle of that conversation, I said I didn't listen to it.
So basically Steve comes back and then he says at the end, I'm going away again. Like, I want to play Cinema Lords in basketball, but you won't really see me around. And Kirk's just, he's not even gonna entertain it. And Kirk said, you're never coming on the show.
He said he wants to play Cinema Lords in basketball.
Yeah. He challenged him to and then he said he'd like to think James and Josh would cover it and it would be broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk's just like, no one would be interested in that. He's never coming in the show again.
Oh, wow.
That was it.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't think he would take it that negatively.
It wasn't so much negatively. Kirk just doesn't want to play ball with Steve because he knows the problem with Steve is that he'll come in studio and he'll just be a disappointment, as he always is. He always goes, Kirky, and then he backs down on everything he does.
I think that's what kind of ties the Steve from Gloucester bit together, is the fact that no matter what he says, once he goes in studio, you could peel it right apart. Kind of like that part about it.
Yeah, but you like everybody.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I'm a terrible judge. So
I don't hate Steve. I think he's a fraud, and you can't do these shows where you shit on everybody. And he did the classic thing where he says he doesn't really like the show anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know. It was on your network.
That might be why Kirk didn't like it, though. And started fucking lashing out about it.
Oh, yeah. Kirk was in a good mood, though. Seemed like they were having a good time on the road. You know what was really frustrating? They were talking about all the states they've got to do shows in.
Yeah.
And there's so many on their road trip. And the original plan was to go on the road and do a number of these shows at once. But for some reason, the producers or Kirk just forgot about that. But now they're on the road. They were talking about how we're passing all these states where the shows, we said we'd do shows and we could have done them. Like, they could have done 6 or 7 shows on this trip from various locations. I think that would have been really fun.
So is the plan they do today, tomorrow, and then they're just driving home with no content in between?
Exactly.
Other than what the producers do?
But I think in that competition, and Kirk was saying this on the main show, that they promised to do like 2 shows in Michigan, a show in Iowa, and they're going to drive Indiana. They're going to got to do a show, and they're going to drive through these states. So they could have extended the trip by a few days and done way more shows. And the thing is, they're so commercially stupid. Like, they are just run by fucking morons. Like, they could have made this a whole summer tour. They could have done tour t-shirts. I would have fucking bought a t-shirt if they'd done a cool t-shirt, and they could have done a whole bloody tour, and it would have been much better than the stupid bits we're getting in studio at the moment. But then Kirk's just too much of a pussy.
To do 15 shows on a 2-week tour, like, that's fucking brutal. First of all, what would there be to talk about? But I'm surprised, like, on their way back, they're not going to stop somewhere. I can't.
But there's a middle ground, John. They don't have to do 15, but
yeah,
they're doing 2. They could have done 5. They could have done a week of shows on the road, and done a couple in Michigan, 1 in Iowa, knocked out. Go to some more kooky locations like the one they went to tonight. Like, clearly they were in some shithole club in the middle of some town in the middle of nowhere where people go to drink their sorrows away. And I saw the poker machines in the corner, like, gamble their sorrows away.
I finally made our money on that fucking machine there, but let's not talk shit on it. I think the Trump part, what Kirk, the Trump bit, that was fucking hysterical.
Which bit?
When he yelled at the guy with the Trump car.
I didn't.
Fucking. Oh, we got a caller.
Oh, here we go. Call, please.
770. You're up. Hold on. 770.
Here we go. Typical. Where's BA at the moment?
I don't know. My Roadcaster's still fucked up, so everyone's gonna have to deal with the fact I have to plug in my phone, and then the phone's fucked up.
Jesus. We've been talking about taking calls, and we get the first call and it doesn't work.
I can't do anything about this, though.
You could have plugged it in before.
Not the plug itself is broke. That's the problem.
My God.
It was plugged in that whole time, and then I
want to apologize to everybody watching this on the Menace Minifan Network. I know we tend to hold the show to higher standards.
Well, once you broke my roadcaster, so.
What did Freddie then say? Did Menace watch the show?
Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't.
I did watch the show, Freddie.
Hello. No.
I was, mucking around doing bits and pieces today. It's the middle of the day on a Saturday. Beautiful sunny day in Sydney.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, welcome to.
Oh, we hung up then. We got 860.
860.
Oh, no. He's still there. 770.
Wow. I think Kirk made the right decision.
He's gone.
Kirk did well. Is Mick got the job now? Is that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Mick had the job, right? I think that was kind of decided. Seven or whoever is there on the line, just hold on 1 second.
Okay. This is never going to happen.
Shut up, Menners. Fuck off.
What? It's okay, John. You're trying your best.
There we go. I think we got it. It's so touchy because I have to plug it in.
The oven's working well. Thank you for asking.
No. Okay, let's see. No.
Hello, everybody. So this is obviously the way things run on Kirk Minahan Network on the Menace Minifan Network. We don't even take calls. We don't even take
person in the world.
We don't even take calls. Anyway, I enjoyed the show from Dakota. I would like more, but they did a great job. I'd give Mick a C for this trip. I think he's been very average. I thought Blind Mike and Justin did have great chemistry in the car. Admittedly, I only watched for 5 or 10 minutes at a time, but they do have a good back and forth. Blind Mike seemed in a great mood for some reason. Like, he seems so happy to be on the road with Justin. And I agree, it would be a great show, just Justin and Blind Mike traveling the world. We should somehow get them sponsored and send them down here. Send them to Sydney. Send them across to the other side of the world together. We could do content down here for a couple of weeks. We could go on the road together. I think there's real possibilities there. Surely we could sell it. I mean, there's so many opportunities for sponsorship. You mentioned sending Blind Mike and Justin to like the outback of Australia. I can't think of anything better. And they've had a great time. They've had a really good time. Mike loves being with Justin, clearly. How are we going with the calls?
Shut up. We're getting
there. We're just getting there. So we're not memes. What a stupid idea. Whatever, memes. You come to Australia and you realize it's not a stupid idea.
Send them to Australia. I would love that.
Yeah, Oprah came here. We could bring
Oprah.
Oprah brought a whole show here. We could get Justin and Blind Mike by the opera. Anyway, look, I'm a visionary. That's all. Memes, you can fuck off. So I'm just worried about Mick now, and I'm worried he's spoiled his opportunities to get the job. Mike's clearly fighting for him. Justin was down on him. Yeah. So there's a question here from the chat. John, why have calls been an issue since you've taken it? Okay.
Oh, no, we don't.
It's a shame. Is the Bluetooth gone on your Roadcaster?
Bluetooth on my Roadcaster is gone. I have to plug in now my phone.
Just do a factory reset. It'll work then.
You think I didn't try to do a factory reset? You think I'm retarded? Like, come on.
Yes, I do.
I had to fucking talk to the guy from Roadcaster.
Yeah, by the way, Rhodes Australian.
We got him.
Rhodes Australian.
So.
You were saying it.
Let's
Hello, welcome to Menace Live or Menace to Midnight.
Talk.
Hello.
It's working too, so.
And someone's just fucking with you now. Anyway, let's get a real caller. Come on. Let's get some questions in. I want to hear your thoughts on the main show. Poor John. This is hard.
Shut up. I did this for you, and then you just shit on me the whole fucking time.
What's harder, this or driving in the rain?
Driving in the rain. It was fucking bad out. It was really bad out. Callers, stay on the line. We're going to get you.
Anyway, what else did that?
I wish my Bluetooth would just be fixed. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it.
I wonder how. I didn't catch Mike and the Minifans tonight, but I did see you had Good panel in there. Did it go well?
Good show tonight.
Was Mama Kay there?
Yep. Great.
Yeah.
She did good on it too. She was good on the show.
No, she's good. She's got thoughts and opinions, unlike quite a few people.
She gave me shit. She did good.
Good. It was interesting they played audio of Jared Carabas reacting to his appearance on the main show. It's funny he said we'd made up. Like, we never made up from my side of things, but I'm willing to accept his offer of peace for the greater good. You know, two titans of the podcasting industry should be mortal enemies. And he inspired me early on. In fact, some of my very early cricket podcasts, I did like an impression of him because he used to open Section 10, you know, what's up and welcome back, whatever. I did. And anyway, so I've been listening to him since 2013. And if he wants peace, I'm willing to accept it.
That's good. It's good to move forward on things. Tell Jared's not super into the world because every time he comes back, he talks about basically the last thing happened in the world. But I like Jared on this show. It's tough when like the baseball. I don't like any of that, but some people.
Yeah. So look, listeners, while we're having some technical issues here in the studios, the Kirk Minahan Channel studios, please put your questions in the chat. Now, Charlie Griffin has put in a question. Don't you find it a bit weak that Justin and Mick had the last 2 days in the car to plan some topics and they were out after 30 to 40 minutes? Blind Mike and Kirk at the end carried that one home. Yeah, Charlie, I do think what tends to happen when they get in these road trip or event type things is they rely on that trip to be the content. So, you know, if nothing crazy happens and it's a run-of-the-mill trip, then they run out of stuff to talk about. So I think you're right. They should have had more. I guess, what are you going to talk about? I quite enjoyed Sheldon's appearance. I thought Sheldon brought it. He's always opinionated. He's obviously part of the rundown for a long time. So I thought he was good on the show. He got some zingers in. He really got stuck into Julie. Didn't he call her he really called her something nasty. I wouldn't use that language about Julie ever. But yeah, I thought that was a bit thin, definitely. Hank Hill, sorry?
Sheldon's the man.
He is. Jamison just said you should just focus on fixing the calls rather than talking.
What the fuck you think I'm doing?
It's all right. Hank Hill, does John ever do anything not at absolute last possible minute? I guess that's a question for you.
No comment.
No comment. Poor guy's a breaking point. Freddie Lynn, did Kirk have Mick do the trip to break him? People are asking. Did Kirk have Mick do the trip to break him? People are asking. I think there's an element of testing him. I do think it's a little bit mean to continually dangling this job in front of him. I think he should have said to him he's got the job so he could relax.
We got calls. All right. So 770. You're up.
Hello. Welcome.
Wait, am I actually talking to you guys now?
Yeah, you're
good. Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry about that. Sorry about John.
Oh my God, I was just talking with some guy from Connecticut because like we were both on hold for you guys.
Yeah, there's two people on hold. All right, go ahead.
What's up?
All right. Menners, first off, what do you think of Mick as like the new quote unquote associate producer?
Well, has he actually got the job though? I mean, are you saying, well, would I like him to have the job or what job is he doing so far?
So it's assumed Mick is the new associate producer. What do you think of him as the associate producer?
I think he'll do a fine job. He wouldn't be my choice. I don't think he and Justin are a good combination. I think they're too similar, and you can see they're already bickering like little babies already. So I wouldn't have picked him, but I think he'll do a decent job. What do you think?
I mean, so obviously I'm the caller that is always shit on you for always shitting on the producers. And as a listener, I just want a good show from the Kirk Minahan show. Like,
That's what I want.
a producer that's going to like get you behind them.
What's a producer that's going to get me behind them? I like Justin.
That's Steve Robinson that you've hated.
Yep.
You had Dave Koning that you loved, that you eventually hated.
Yep.
And fucking Coleman and Gus, like,
I liked Coleman.
And we no, you didn't. You hated Coleman.
What are you talking about?
He liked Coleman. He was a Coleman guy.
No, you hated Coleman.
Nope, no. See, what you don't understand is that, you know, you're too simple-minded to understand that you can criticize people and give them feedback and still like them and think like Coleman did a pretty good job, but there was some key areas of deficiency. And look, I think we need a senior producer, someone who can mold Kirk, someone who's not going to just bow down to his feet and act like a pussy all the time, like all these idiots in there. I want someone that challenges Kirk and says, Kirk, why aren't we doing 5 shows on this trip? Why are you saying we should do 2? That's a stupid idea.
You got 4 calls.
But you're never going to get a producer to go in and.
You're right. You're right.
Get a producer to go in.
You're right. I need to accept,
like, whether it be a minute, you're never going to get someone to say, Kirk, you need to do 5 shows a day, 5 shows a week.
Yep. You're right. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah, good call. We got 860. We have 4.
860. 4 calls. This is unprecedented. Welcome to Menace to Midnight. Huge gap.
Hey guys,
Hey.
how's it going? Hey,
Great.
for a KMS question, Menners, by the way, obviously happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask you an Australia-based question before a KMS one?
Australia question first, then a KMS one he asked.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, just spit it out, fuckhead.
Okay, so I'm a James Bond fan, and George Lazenby stepped out of the public eye. I just was wondering, was it like big news in Australia? Did anyone care? Was it covered? Is it a big deal?
I'm a huge James Bond fan too. I listen to lots of podcasts. I wouldn't say it was big news, but I did see it was like reported, but no, he's not a huge star here. But Bond fans definitely took note of it. Continue. Next question.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering is, with respect to Coleman, I think someone, I can't take credit for the comment, but I think somebody was right when they said Coleman basically realized that that Dave Portnoy, he was never, hated him. He was in the doghouse with Kirk, and just Barstool was a complete dead end for him. And I think that's why he left, because he saw that it was just, he was never going anywhere. Oh, that was you. Do you think that was ultimately the reason why he walked away?
I think that's a huge part of it, a massive part of it. If the president of the company who approves every job transfer says he hates you and doesn't trust you, and then the guy who kind of liked you, your immediate boss, says, as Kane was able to get hundreds of times, that he wants him to leave, then spot on, caller. All right, next caller. Bang him out. Thanks for calling.
508.
508, you're with Manners on Manners Live, produced by John from Scranton.
Hello. I have one Australian question for Menners and one KMS question for John.
Okay.
Hey, was Finding Nemo based on a real story?
Next.
At least answer him.
I'm not gonna lie, I was on hold with those two guys going back and forth. I wanted to blow my brains out, but John, fix your shit.
Go fuck yourself, Ron.
Oh, Ron, fuck off. Honestly,
at 517.
Learn to shoot, you fucking idiot.
517. 781. You're on hold.
So, I wanted to talk about Menner's idea of the ideal producer. I don't like. If that's what Kirk wanted, I don't think he would have done the whole producer search. Like, I don't think he's looking for like a 100% competent.
Kirk wanted
guy.
a young single male who had no real clue about the show, and that's what he got. So I think it's a
That
tough
was going to
time.
fuck up.
What? Hiring Coleman?
I mean,
no, I don't think so, because I thought Coleman was going to last till the end of the show. But you never know what happens in the fucking.
John, I've been a big fan of you.
Oh,
but
thanks, man.
the real reason I called is as a resident of Michigan, when they originally announced the Black Friday winners or whatever, I was like, man, I'm going to get 2 shows in my home state, like in the same year. And then of course, they decided to drag this out over 5 years. I was like, oh man, but watching the show tonight
I love that.
in fucking North Dakota or whatever, it's like, man,
It's kind of a funny
crazy,
bit though,
but-
to like get your hopes up, and then Kirk
Huge.
gets to just throw.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's great for him. I would
It's not funny at all.
and then for Kurt to bring it up, we're like, we could have banged out so many shows on the way to fucking North Dakota. I'm like, well, yeah, like, where do you think all these fucking people live? Like, you pass by all of them.
I don't think
hilarious.
they looked at this trip like they were trying to bang out shows.
They did.
I think they looked at it like, let's get
John, please stop. The problem is they don't put enough thought into stuff.
People are bitching. Let's knock out 2 so we can cut out some of the bitching.
great
And
call.
then there was 5 people there.
Yeah, great call. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, great call. Call back.
Yeah, I'm with the caller. I agree. This road trip's been a sham. And the funny thing is, you look at the producer search. Remember, Justin almost got the job and just walked out. Like we could have saved this whole last year. Like Justin could have just been the producer for the last year.
Yeah. 781.
781. You're with Manners.
Hey, Freddie Lynn here.
Hey man.
Hey, Freddie.
Hey, I just wanted to call. Good call from Beanbag Rod. That was awesome. Good to hear from you, bud.
Fuck off, Freddie.
I wanted to say the call. Okay, Steve from Gloucester has already gotten too much shine just from his stupid little podcast that he did. But one thing that's being overshadowed, like he said that Coleman was the best producer that's ever been the producer for KMS.
Mm-hmm.
He is outside of his mind. This guy is so delusional. He said that Coleman outworked Steve. Coleman worked 28 hours a week. Steve worked 50 hours a week. He had 50 clips, sound audio ready to go every day.
Steve was definitely the hardest worker that's ever worked for the show, I think, for sure. Steve did do his homework and did his back work.
Is this my show?
No producer has had more sound cut up than Steve has ever had in the history of the show. That was his job.
Yeah.
Everyone else since then has treated it like a little hobby.
I think, Freddie, I think in the last couple of months, there was a noticeable drop off in Coleman's productivity. I think before that, though, he had 100 clips every show. I mean, he was very well prepared. And I think he did work hard, but for some reason, same with Cullinane, they all just, after a little while, just drop off because.
That's a great comment.
What?
Get trying to rush through the calls when we have nothing to talk about and no callers is fun.
Patrick Howe is just a fucking loser. This was a call-in show. You and I said we're going to take calls after the show. I mean, do you want to hear my takes on the whole week of KMS? Sure. I mean, we can go through the same stuff you went through on Mike and the Minifans, Patrick. Fucking loser.
Freddie, you have anything else?
Now, Freddie, you still coming on Minifandom?
Hey, I'm open to the invitation. Nobody's reached out. How is Australia doing on the medal count?
Fantastic. I think we were third when I looked this morning.
Would you know who?
Which is amazing because we have 25 million people and you have 350 million. So we're third on 18 gold medals.
So this is a thing, Australian
Third in
people.
the world or third in your continent?
No, we're United States have 33 gold, China 33. So you're not even beating China. And then we're 18 gold. So we're in third place.
Mm-hmm.
So we are like if
you had to compete in an Olympic event, Manners, which event would it be?
Probably ping
Volleyball.
pong. Ping
Oh.
pong.
Ping pong? Can you see over the table?
Aw.
Yeah, my dad was a national champion.
Really? Just like Benjamin Albright's dad was a PGA golfer back in the 50s?
Whatever, fuckhead. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same humble brag saying he was national champion of table tennis in the 50s.
Andrew said that they'll do a multi-state tour next summer. What do you think about that?
Oh, man, fuck off. Go back to bed, you dickhead. As if it's just another thing where they just sit on their hands. They don't think it through. It's not that I care. I mean, I'm still going to get shows either way, but it would have been fun. It would have been really fun.
What are your thoughts about this golf tournament? You think it's going to happen or no?
I think this has content gold written all over it.
Me too. Yes.
I think there needs to be a committee formed. I think Montante needs to head this committee, and they need to give it a go. I think it could be fun. And, you know, get you and Bobby Costa there filming it and a few other blokes.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Of course you would. Unless it was raining, and then you wouldn't.
Yep. How about since I didn't show up for that show, I had 2 college football games and the video game. Every game I have now, it's just raining. Like I have to play a rain game.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and there was some mention earlier this week about Justin. You know, I put out a tweet, and I do think there's an element where every time Justin brings something up, they just go after it in the worst way. Like he brings up one of Bubba's good friends, and all of a sudden they're trying to discredit him. They're trying to set up Bubba with someone. You know, all these things. They're trying to set up Mick with Justin's sister. Now that he's mentioned his sister, I do think there's an element that stuff got to Cullinane, and I'm worried that this stuff will get to Justin. What do you think?
I kind of agree with you. I think so.
The problem is, this is the way what happens. The families actually end up listening. Like, so maybe, you know, we know Justin's dad listens, and we know, you know, so families of people on the show will listen to support and hear their child or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you start shit talking the family, then all of a sudden you start getting shit from your family about Kirk saying this stuff. And it starts to sort of infect, the show starts to infect other areas, and you might go, well, no job's worth that.
Yeah. When I was on the show and just on the show, not producing, I talk shit about kids one time, and my sister called me and she was like, you know, your nephews are kids. Like, well, you can't just talk shit on kids and say kids are the worst. Like your nephews could hear that. And I was like, no, I didn't think about that. But, you know, if you let that shit affect you, though, that'll rot away in your brain. Like, you know.
But for example, so Blind Mike's very clever now. He never brings up personal stuff, really. And if he does, he's said he basically, like, he lies, he changes names. He you know, he knows now that if you bring up anything, you've got to either lie or completely fabricate it or not bring it up at all.
Well, I think Steve's approach at one point was everything I'm going to say is just a lie, which was at least he took it head on, you know, like then, you know, it's like no matter what story these people think about me, it was just some bullshit. So it's like, it's one way to do it, I guess. It's a risky way. You really just show that you don't care about anyone, but we know Steve didn't care about any of us. That's okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
So we're going to get another show on a Saturday night. That's a bit of a bonus.
Yeah, so shut your fucking mouth about them needing to be doing fucking 15 shows.
Oh, no, but you heard that caller from Michigan. I mean, Kirk's made promises that he continually hasn't delivered on.
Absolutely. It's a classic move of podcasting. It's a great move. Get the fucking people's hopes up, and then you get to crush it. I kind of respect him for that sometimes.
You probably haven't heard 3 Up, 3 Down this week.
Haven't listened to it.
There's a wild story by Kane where he talks about a girlfriend who he told a couple of stories. One story was very sad, and then the other one was about like a girlfriend who said she was pregnant with his baby, but he's had a vasectomy. Go and listen to it. Go and listen to it.
You got to call her 517.
Thank God I'm running out of steam here.
Hey, it's the Michigan caller calling back. Are you guys taking calls tomorrow for tomorrow's show?
Are we taking calls after tomorrow's show?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan of you guys' work. I never get to call. I'm a father of 3.
Mm-hmm.
My family is visiting Chicago, so I'm like listening, watching live, calling.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Are you a new Minifan? Have you been a Minifan for a while?
No, I've been listening to Kirk since he joined Barstool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we love taking calls, and it's a shame that they don't take them on the main show. It's a real.
Are you pushing for that this hard? Like, you really want them to start taking calls again, don't you?
No, I'm not pushing it for any personal gain. I just want the best for the show, and the show's missing that. They've forgotten how much used to come from the calls.
Yeah,
like people calling in with information about Minifans, and Montante's asked me for whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just think they've missed the boat, and again, it's just Kirk's extreme. They took calls every show. Now they don't take any at all.
Yeah. 517. You have anything else, buddy?
But we might take calls tomorrow.
I wish I did. I don't know if I do.
That's okay. If you think of something, you can call back in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
I will.
Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica?
I didn't.
Do you like Katie Sackhoff?
I don't know who that is.
Starbuck.
Say something else she's in.
She's in Mandalorian. She's the Bo-Katan in the Mandalorian.
Okay. Yes. Big fan.
I just saw she's on a podcast I listened to.
Oh, really?
I listened to a Star Wars podcast called Rebel Force Radio, and she's the guest this week. I cannot wait to listen to that.
Yeah. I do hate the fact that you have to sit here and watch all these producers go in, like myself, like all these guys, and the fact that could be your job.
It never really used to bother me, but now it's really starting to get to me.
Got a caller, 313. Now everybody in the 313. Oh, he's gone.
Look, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing.
Your house looks like it's nice. I like those.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Won a coveted podcast award yesterday, best sports podcast.
Nice.
Last year. So
I did a video yesterday, and it's this kid, it's a real estate guy, and we're gonna do it. So it's gonna be it's like a fake campaign, and we're gonna have billboards that are attached to it and shit. It's fun. I'm happy I at least get to do this shit now.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Meeting of the Minds is going really well.
Going
really
well,
proud.
You know,
you're doing great, man.
I have to say, man, thank you for coming on to the show all the time. We appreciate it.
It's just I just need to get to Watertown sometime.
I agree.
That's all. Got responsibilities here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's end this. No more calls. It's been great to catch up. It's late. People are in bed.
Yeah. All right. Is Vodka going to do a show on your channel or mine?
What show?
Hit the Rice Bucket.
I'm not going to fight with you about Hit the Rice Bucket, but I think it's got Manners Minifan Network written all over it.
Okay. He can make that.
And I fucking hate Luke. I hate Luke McKay.
I love that you hate Luke. Luke's a fucking warrior.
It's not that he's a warrior. It's just like, I mean, it's not even that I hate him because he's too retarded to hate.
He's rattling your brain.
No, I just think like it's sad that you've given a platform to such a retard.
I give, you know how many platforms to people like that I give? It's my job, buddy.
Yeah, but he's made Jay look good.
Jay is good. All right. All right. That's enough.
Yeah,
Maybe we end it there. All right. Bye, folks.
It's Late Night with Mad Manners. I'm your host. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Manners until midnight. I will be taking your calls. I am also still alive. I haven't been fucked to death by koalas.